A lot of cops at the beginning of their careers lose their temper and act out of control. Today, we're talking about exactly these kinds of cops. Some of these noobs went too far and made a mistake of arresting people without reason. Let's go to the videos. When this man decided to exercise his constitutional rights in front of the police department, he never imagined that the cops would take the bait and completely surround him. One cop approached him from the street, claiming that the man was not allowed to film because it was private property. But this cop forgets that the police department can't possibly be private property since it's open to the public. Citizens can come in at any time to report something or file a complaint. After all, the man was filming from the sidewalk the entire time, and at no point did he go inside and film. It seems like someone slept through a lesson on constitutional law. However, the fact that the cops didn't know that the man could film whatever he wanted in public, including the police department, wasn't the worst thing that happened that day.
A greenhouse of some sort.
Yeah. I have to ask Rolly when he gets here.
It is pretty nice though. Maybe about 50 years ago when it was nice and new and shiny and stuff.
Yeah.
Hey guys, now they just told me y'all up like this over there. Yeah, you can't do that, man. You know that. Yes, I can.
Yeah, we can.
This is the property, y'all.
No, that is the property.
Show me. Show me. Show it to me. Show
You
it
see
to me.
that?
Right.
Wait. You see that sign right on that floor mat
No,
right
no,
there?
I'm
It
asking you
says the county's insignia on you.
I'm not asking you that.
That
I'm not
insignia is
asking you
that's
that.
public property.
I'm not asking you that. I'm asking you to show it to me. Come on,
Don't
man.
touch me.
Well, move then.
No.
The situation became worse when the cops started pushing the man. Great, now he can sue him for battery. His colleagues who were present remained silent. All of them believed that their colleagues' actions were acceptable, and no one protected the rights of this citizen, which is the essence of being a public servant. The man realized what kind of cops he was dealing with, so he asked the cop who was about to attack him physically to call his supervisor. This cop didn't even know that he was obligated to call a supervisor whenever someone asks him to, so he completely ignored the man's request. Instead, the cop continued questioning him about what the man was filming and why.
Don't touch me. That is me. That is me. Call your supervisor right now.
I ain't calling nobody.
Call your supervisor right now.
Tell me where it is.
Call your supervisor
I'm
right
the
now.
supervisor today.
No, you're not.
Yes,
Call
I
your
am.
supervisor
Yes, I
right
am.
now.
Move.
Call your supervisor.
You want to put him
Get your hands off of me.
Man. Just step away.
Off of me.
Step away, bro.
I'm not stepping nowhere.
Hey. Okay, now back to what we were talking about. Yeah, step down here, sir.
Wow.
I'm glad to talk.
You got jelly for brains.
Don't touch me. All right, see? Don't touch me. We got a problem now.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
Why?
What else you want to say, smart?
What else?
Yes.
Small?
Smart.
Smart?
Yes.
Here's something smart. Call
Yeah.
your supervisor.
Tell me, you so
That's
smart.
what's smart.
However, the man persisted in his desire to have any of the cops surrounding him call a supervisor. In one instance, he also asked a cop who was still pushing him for his name and badge number. The cop's response left the man in awe. The cop told him that he didn't have to identify himself because he was retired. The real question is, what's he doing in uniform in front of the police department if he's retired? And why is he involved in any case if he's no longer in the position?
Your supervisor.
All right, step over there. Y'all doing
I'm
just
gonna
fine.
wait right here. Stop.
what-
Call your supervisor.
That's
Call
all
your
I asked you
supervisor.
to do is stand right
Call
here.
your supervisor. That's what I'm asking you to do.
Call 911.
Call your
Let's
supervisor.
get him quicker than my supervisor.
What is his name?
Stewart, sir.
What's your employee ID number?
I'm a retired officer.
Oh, you're retired?
Yes, sir.
Oh my gosh. I'm asking for his supervisor and he won't call anybody. He's assaulted me already. He's grabbed a hold of me. I mean, I asked for a supervisor, he won't get one.
grabbed
So
your camera.
don't touch me.
I didn't touch you. I grabbed your camera. I just happened to step.
Worst of all, the retired cop claimed that he didn't touch the man, even though the man had full video evidence to the contrary. The cop acted as if there was no evidence of his misconduct and as if his mistakes were going to be overlooked. He tried in every way to make the man look bad so that he would look as good as possible. The cop even accused him of climbing the stairs and filming inside the building, which was also not true. The man was standing on the sidewalk the whole time. It's interesting how some cops think they're above the law and believe that everything they say becomes truth, even though they just told the biggest lie in the world.
Thank you. That's all I asked.
Which is where I've been the whole time.
No, you was up here with him.
I wasn't up there.
Well, sir, can you step back there?
Boy.
Boy, what?
I'm just trying to figure out how many laws inside of my head that you're violating.
I'm asking you to
I'm just trying to count how many in my. It's just. Count one, the assault that you grabbed a hold of me.
I'm asking the law.
That's he didn't?
Okay.
It's been on film. There. Don't touch me again. You're trying to grab me. What happens if I try to reach for you and try to grab me? You'll shoot me. Stay away from me. You are
After some time, the supervisor finally arrived. The man was more than happy to see him. He immediately explained the situation to him and filed a complaint against the cop who began to deal with him physically. The man explained the situation to the supervisor, stating that he was filming from the sidewalk because, say it with me, he had every right to do so. He mentioned that he's a freelance journalist, and as a journalist with the right to go wherever the public goes, he has the right to film because the First Amendment protects him in that regard.
Sarge, how you doing?
How you doing today?
Yes, I am.
Supervisor, nice to see you. Benton, I would like to make a complaint on Stuart over there. He grabbed my camera, he grabbed me,
grabbed his camera.
he tried pulling me
Got
around.
it all on video.
He was pushing into me, and but he was coming right up on me, and he was nose to nose. Like, he was like this. And I was on the city sidewalk. I wasn't anywhere.
So, I just got here, just trying to figure out everything going on. So you all just filming.
We're journalists. We're out here for the day. We're doing some early voting.
Y'all journalists.
Right. And I told these folks, I said the property tax office is a public office. It's publicly accessible. Anywhere, the Supreme Court, anywhere the public's allowed to go, the press is allowed to go.
Okay.
Makes sense, right? Because if the press couldn't go where the public would, then the public would just be the press.
Now, not someplace that's key-coded or...
The man once again emphasized to the supervisor that he had been on the sidewalk the entire time, hoping that the supervisor would understand him. However, the supervisor still decided to side with his cops. He told the man that the officers had actually been trying to stop him from going inside the whole time. First, the man didn't even attempt to get inside. All he wanted was to take a few shots and then leave after he's gathered the content he needs for his story. Second, if he wanted to go inside, the cops should not have prevented him from doing so because the police department was open to the public.
Right here, outside. He walked up on me out in front. I hadn't even spoken to him at that point.
Where did he not want you on stand?
Here. He didn't want us here at all.
He said we couldn't stand on the sidewalk here because we were trying to talk to the gentleman to let him know that it's our constitutional right to go where the public can. And all we do is we walk in, take a couple shots, and walk out. It would have been over 3 minutes. Now, it's taken 20 minutes and all these resources because they don't understand something as simple as if the public's allowed to be there, the press is allowed to be there.
So basically, if I'm hearing correctly, they're trying to stop you off from going inside?
Yes. Into the public area.
To the public areas.
Yeah.
We don't want to go someplace where the public's not allowed.
The man explained to the cop that as a journalist, he wanted to create content about how police officers treat people and their constitutional rights. He clarified that this wasn't the only department he's filmed. He then mentioned a couple of other departments he had covered. At this point, the supervisor realized that preventing the man from filming would only cast a negative light on them and reflect poorly on the entire department. So the supervisor decided to grant permission to the man to file a complaint against the police officer who had attempted to physically intervene earlier. By the way, he doesn't need a supervisor's permission for such a thing.
I do it all over the country. I mean, seriously, Indiana, Illinois, Georgia, Alabama, I've been all over the country doing exactly this.
All right, y'all give me a minute.
Yeah,
all right, somebody. So, I give you information as far as the complaint. We have what we call Office of Professional Standards.
Okay.
In short terms, OPS. I'm sure y'all heard of it.
Yep.
We got posts down in Florida.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
posts.
Right. So, no, it's not posts.
Okay.
Posts is
Police officer standards and training.
yeah. That's what. That's normally we find a complaint is in the house. Posts don't really have anything to do with.
Right. But
Unless you.
The supervisor completely sided with the man, making what was perhaps the best decision of his life. He fully agreed with the man that none of the cops had the right to push him or take the camera from his hands. Out of curiosity, the supervisor asked the man how long he planned to stay and film. The man explained that he was leaving because the police department was closed at the time, so he couldn't film his content as he wanted. However, he also informed the supervisor that he would be sure to come back when the department was open. The man clarified to the supervisor that at that moment, his only goal was to ensure that all officers were informed not to impede anyone from filming them or the police department, regardless of how uncomfortable they might feel. Police officers are there to protect civil rights, not violate them. Despite the years of experience some of these cops had, including the one who was retired, they behaved like complete rookies.
I mean, you know, so. But right now it's just in-house. But we have what we call Office of Professional Standards. And short term, OPS.
Okay.
They handle all investigations, complaints, stuff like that.
Okay.
I can give you that information once I'm
For
done.
sure.
And
Yeah, because he shouldn't be grabbing people and stuff. He shouldn't be.
Once you find a complaint, one of the investigators or the captain over the area will be back in contact with you.
Okay, that's fine.
And, you know, so it's a process.
Yep, agreed.
It's a process.
Yep. I do it a lot, so I'm with you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Give me 1 second.
All right, perfect.
So y'all just stay right here until I finish, okay?
We're not detained, right?
No.
Okay.
So let me ask you that. How long are you all trying to be here? Or you all y'all
We're going to leave anyway because they're closed now. But like I said, all we wanted was just a minute to come in, take a look around the public office, and leave. So,
they just
right.
So if they wasn't closed,
then we would go in, take a minute, and leave. So, and now basically, it's closed, so we're not even going to ask to go in there. We just want you to let them know that the press is allowed where the public's allowed. You know what I mean? Because obviously they don't. And that kind of stuff leads to this kind of stuff, which if an officer responds like that guy who doesn't know, all of a sudden I'm in handcuffs and the city's looking at $100,000 lawsuit.
Yeah.
A man was recording when, out of nowhere, a cop walked past him and forcefully knocked the camera out of his hands. The man was confused about where the cop came from, why he assaulted him, and why he lost control when the man had done nothing wrong, nothing to provoke the cop's reaction. Seeking answers to these questions, the man followed the cop and asked for his name and badge number. However, this cop didn't bother to introduce himself. He simply said that he didn't care and ordered the man to leave. He also took offense at the man following him, acting as if he hadn't just attempted to knock the camera out of his hands just a few minutes ago without any prior warning.
Wow, why'd you touch me like that? Don't touch me like that. Do you think you're above the law and you can just touch me? What's your name, officer? Constable, what's your name and badge number? What's your name and badge number, sir?
I don't gotta tell you nothing.
No, you have it on your vest, no, not displaying?
It's not.
The Canadian Police Services Act says you should have it displayed. So you're not gonna give me your name?
It's not part of my uniform.
So you just assaulted me, now you're not gonna give me your name. You don't want to be held accountable, huh?
Push your camera out of my face.
Thank you for saying that on record. You know that that's a summary offense? Did you know that that's a summary offense, officer? Did you know that you just admitted to a summary offense on camera? How do you feel? You're a real clown, eh? How many people's rights you violate every day, man? Pull people over and tell them you smell weed in the car? You're pathetic, buddy. You could have just came and said hi to me.
Why are you following me?
Because you just assaulted me, bud.
You've been following
What's your
me
name and
since
badge
lunch.
number?
You've been following me since lunch.
I wasn't following you over there. And even if I was, what does it matter?
Buddy, I don't care.
Am I breaking the law?
You can talk with me. You can try to get under my skin.
I just want your name and badge number. I just want your name and badge number.
This cop was so self-assured that he didn't care if he appeared as a bad cop on camera. No matter what the man tried to tell him about his wrongdoing, the cop refused to listen. He remained arrogant and dismissive throughout the entire encounter. Even when aware that he had done something wrong, he showed a complete lack of concern. He seemed to believe that only this man and his friends would see the video, adding arrogantly that this is assuming the man has any friends. Someone's really got to put this rookie cop back in his place.
You can't find out when you touch me because you're above the law. You don't even have to identify yourself.
Not the case.
That clearly is the case.
You're just trying to start something.
Sir, I would have said hi to you all that, but you came and you said...
You can say hi to me
Dude,
now.
you went like that? I was like, oh, Wicked, this guy's awesome. And then you came and went, oh, hit my hand and my camera.
You're like, yeah, Wicked, I got this guy's attention, which is what I've been trying to do.
Brother, you clearly have no idea what I do out here. I exercise my rights peacefully. I hold government officials accountable. I do not...
How do you do that? How do you hold government officials accountable? What is it that you're
Maybe
doing
you should
out
look
there that
into me.
doesn't-
Maybe you should look into me.
I don't really want to, because I don't care.
I've got multiple complaints
I
from
got
officers in
myself
Durham.
to worry about. I don't need to worry about you.
Clearly, you need people like me to hold you accountable because you think you can just go around touching anybody's equipment, touching anybody's...
Did you see that happen? You got up in my face with your camera.
How's it going? Dunk.
So what kind of reaction do you?
I got in your face. It's all on film, brother. That's why I film. That's why I do what I do. You want to tell me that I walked up and you...
To agitate is exactly what you
I've got you
for.
on film multiple times lying now and admitting to a summary offense.
Just because you narrate something doesn't mean that that's what happened.
It's on
you can
film,
say
brother.
whatever you want on your camera, dude.
It's on
You know
film.
why? The only people that are going to watch that are your friends, if you even have any.
Okay.
The cop asserted to the man that he wasn't obligated to disclose his name, a statement contrary to reality. Additionally, the officer did not consider his act of touching the man's camera as assault. When the man inquired about finding the cop's name, the officer callously replied that it wasn't his concern and the man should investigate. It's still concerning that a police officer with such an attitude exists and is unfortunately still employed.
Nobody.
You might. Maybe you have people that follow you.
Oh, maybe
that
I do
watch
now.
this stuff. Maybe you don't.
Look, Constable, do you want to
Doesn't
start on a
matter.
fresh foot? You want to start on a brand new page?
Sure.
I'll give you an opportunity.
Sure.
What's your name and badge number? Sir, What's your name and badge number, sir?
You're not getting.
Okay, well, we can't start on a fresh...
I'm not obligated to tell you. I don't care what your name is either. My name shouldn't matter. It shouldn't be relevant.
It does matter because you just assaulted me, sir.
Assault.
You grabbed my camera. You touched my camera. You already admitted it. There's no reason to lie now.
Okay. So touching somebody's property is an assault now?
Yes.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's
And
a summary offense.
I'm not going to dispute with you.
You didn't just touch my camera as well. You touched my hand, too. You physically put contact to me, sir.
Dude, you're trying to get a first
Dude, what?
That's the one who won.
You're just talking circles.
I'm trying to get your name and badge number because I want to hold you accountable because you just assaulted me
You still
and you
can.
clearly think
I'm
that
not
you're
hard to
above the law.
find. You still can. I'm not hard to find.
Well, how do I find you then?
Well, you've been following me around all day.
How am I supposed to get your name?
Figure it out.
Your Peel
You gotta-
Regional Police refusing to identify it to a member of the public
I'm
who
not
you just
obligated
assaulted.
I'm not obligated to identify myself. So,
You're obligated to have your name displayed somewhere.
I'm not.
That's in the Police Services Act. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
you have.
When a man approached a construction site to complain about the noise, the security immediately confronted him. A rookie cop observed the situation and promptly attempted to issue the man a trespassing ticket. However, the proper protocol for charging someone with trespassing, verbally instructing them to leave, was not followed. Despite this oversight, the cop remained unfazed and insisted that the man, who just wanted to express his concerns about the noise, provide his name and ID. Merely owning a private business doesn't grant unchecked authority, and individuals have the right to voice complaints about noise. However, this young cop seemed determined to enforce his orders, even if they were unlawful, and opted to arrest the man. Now just think about what kind of cop he'll be in a few years if he behaves like a tyrant at the very beginning of his career.
State would your ID be added?
I don't. We already solved the problem, so I don't have to give you my name or anything.
You're causing a disturbance here.
I wouldn't call it no disturbance.
You're
They
being
did.
trespasser here.
Well,
I just need
you know what? You got to tell somebody to leave before you can trespass them.
That's what I'm telling you right now.
Yeah,
It sounds
okay.
like he told you that.
Okay, you're trespassing me. Okay,
Right,
bye.
so I just need to know your
Bye.
information.
Am I being detained?
Yes.
I am. For what crime have I committed?
Disorderly conduct and trespassing.
Disorderly conduct.
When I came up
What's-
on the scene, you were yelling at the security.
No, they were yelling at me. They were yelling at me.
Yelling
Now
at
you're
you.
making stuff up.
So
Is your camera on?
Yes.
Good.
It's on as soon as I came on scene when I saw you
No.
yelling at them.
No.
That's fine. I just
No.
need to know your
They
information.
were yelling at me.
And then you can go on your way.
And that's not disorderly
If you don't give me
conduct
your
anyway.
information, then you can be arrested for.
That's not disorderly conduct anyway. The traffic's so loud, I had to raise my voice so they could hear. I come back here to see who's holding the vehicle. Nobody could find the vehicle. I could have left and never came back.
You could have.
I'm a man, and I do what I'm supposed to do. They're the ones that cause the problem. Just because they own this business don't mean that they're in the right, okay?
I'm not picking sides.
They're the ones that started this whole
Giving you
thing.
information that I have.
Right.
Over
And I'm not going to give you my ID
Well, and why?
because I don't have to. If you want me trespass, you just say I'm trespass and I don't come back. You got to give somebody a warning before you can give them a written trespass.
So I'm not giving you a written trespass.
And I don't. Now I have to give you my name on a trespass. You can write down good citizen.
Okay. So you're not going to give me your information.
No, no.
Okay. You're going to be detained now.
Okay, good.
Put your hands behind
Good.
your back.
Yeah, you can just
You
lawsuit.
threw that on the ground.
No, I did.
I was trying to hold it.
Grab my phone. Get my phone.
When this cop spotted a homeless man with his belongings on the street, he saw an opportunity to assert his authority and approached the man. The homeless individual, puzzled by the interaction, jokingly suggested that he could only assist the cop if he wanted weed or some kind of voucher. He playfully urged the officer to return to work and not waste any more time. However, the cop remained silent, not asking any questions. The homeless man, observing the situation, couldn't help but notice that the officer had parked in a completely illegal manner. Despite this, the officer seemed oblivious to the parking violation. This type of cop, who believes that wearing a uniform exempts them from the law, is undoubtedly the worst kind. So what do you think? If a citizen had parked like this, how long would it take a cop to get there and write him a ticket?
You realize that you're improperly parked, right, officer?
Just checking how you doing today.
I told you, bro, you can go about your business.
I couldn't hear you, so I got out of the car.
Oh, and you just like approached me and left your vehicle like that, like I was doing something illegal?
I never said anything illegal.
It looks like you just jumped out your vehicle while I'm minding my own business.
Jumped out.
Before I can get my phone and turn it off, you were standing right in front of me, bro, with your vehicle improperly parked and running. Do you pay for gasoline in your own car?
The city of Glendale pays for the gas station.
Oh, you can just properly park and decide to talk to me?
Yes.
Yes, you couldn't, or yes, you could have.
Yes, I can park my car and come and talk to you.
Don't you think that's a better idea? Because I mean, look, if you find that there's nothing wrong, it's kind of like embarrassing for me that you're parked like this, making it seem like I'm doing something wrong. You know what I mean? Making me uncomfortable.
Check me with my car and talk to you.
What do you need to talk about?
Well, we have homeless outreach.
I'm in all the services, Essentia. I have everything. I got everything I need.
Okay.
Unless you're offering me cash, weed, or a housing voucher, you can't do nothing for me. You can't do nothing for me.
Maybe we can get a housing voucher to start a new year.
I'm fully invested in Essentia. If you know the program.